the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. I make my living by the sweat of my brow, the strength of my voice and my lyrical know-how. I work hard, I spend freely. I'm not rich, but damn, am I dearly placed to think of virtue and preach it to the masses. The fruits of my labor I use to fill glasses. Life is for the living is the message I'm selling. The scent of success is the aroma you're smelling. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. Old baskets might sound funny, but the truth is wealth's not just about money. It's the push and the pull and the give and the take. It's the things that we share and the joy that we make. Give me your attention, I'll give you my time. Lend me your ears and I'll fill them with rhymes. I'll give you words to make your soul burn and take your breath away in return. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round.
I'm here. We're doing well. Streamlabs died on me completely. Doesn't work at all. And doesn't want to do anything. So I'm now on OBS. Seems to be a lot better. We're here. We're gonna have a little chat. Talk you through everything that happened at E1. To an extent, anyway. Hopefully the audio's all good for people. Good to see Social in chat. Matt as well. Hola. Yogurt as well. Audio is good. Perfect. That's makes a change. Really makes a change. So yeah. So I took a week off because just wanted to chill after a really long event. So E1 was good fun. It was, I'm now in Seal Club. I eat seals. I'm just going to put this one out there. Crispex. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much for saying so. Yeah, we got Dolly. Not familiar, I'm afraid. But welcome anyway, mate. Parcel was even addressed to Papa Wagner. Oh, you got your seals. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wanted to take a week off from the stream because obviously we're going to Dolly's for his birthday and all of that. Dolly's your pilot. Oh, I'm just being facetious, Social, because I was at Dolly's for his birthday last weekend, so I literally saw him. What day is it today? Monday. So I saw him yesterday. I cooked breakfast for everybody who went to the do. So everything's sort of all mishmashed into one. Yeah, it's all you'll get used to it. Everybody here is really possible ban in Vader. Excellent. I've never seen that one before. That's a good one. The mod's all over it like a rash. I love it. So Long Dark happened, so that's the 6 months, but 7 months between E4 and E1. E1 was going to be an interesting one for me because of all the surgeries that I've had. The fact that I wasn't allowed to walk, really. But I did, because I'm a twat. An absolute knobber. I really am. Evening, Rampant Wolf. Welcome back. Banhammer deployed. That's what we like to see. So, wanted to try to get things sorted. So my kit's improved and all of those things. Strange Fruit, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, so it was nice to have newer kit. Well, I say newer kit. And other silly and other bits. You walked. I walked too much. I did way too much. I was all over that field, and I shouldn't have been. We don't think my wound healed at all while I was at Empire. It was very, still processing the event. It was such a good time. I'm hearing very conflicting reports. So the events for a lot of people, they build it up so much in their heads that because it's so new to a lot of them as well. So coming in and dealing with 3,500 people is going to be very it's just going to be very consuming and very difficult to get on with. Hey Dawn, good to see you. So when you get into that field for the first time and you're trying to talk to everybody and you're trying to deal with everything that's going on, it can be an absolute pain because I do need to take it easy. Because everything is going on and you want to be involved so much, but you know that not everything is just going to come to you. You'll have to remind me a bit later to talk about hats a little bit because it's all a bit... Yeah, everything's kind of up in the air with that. It was 100% different to what I expected, but it was amazing. I do feel like I barely got anything done though. Welcome to the club, my friend. Everyone goes into the field with an idea of this is what you want to do. Knitted hats, I definitely wanted my knitted hat. You always have an idea of what you want to do. You always have an idea of where you want to go, who you want to see, plot you want to be involved in, a hat you want to aim to get. So for those who don't know, hats are the positions within the game. So a general, senator, a boar seat, and all of those sorts of things. Knitter extraordinaire. So it's all very much... remember, thank you, Dawn. I definitely... I definitely overstretched myself. My event got better when I was focused on smaller chunks. Yeah, I think mine was exactly the same. I found out today that after last week and me paying for Emily at Empire, she came back with the throne. Yeah, I knew she had a throne. Yeah, it might as well be, to be honest, Social. It's very, very similar, and it's just as stupid. So hats are positions that you can get in the game. General, senator, boar seat, or other little seats within your nation, so you can get a sinecure or things like that. These are just little things that give you a little bit of plot and stuff like that in game. A lot of people really, Archmage. There's loads of stuff that you can get, even down to being Emperor or Empress. For my first LARP, I wanted to have the most impressively dressed tent. I smashed it, according to Dawn Nobles. You'll have to chuck a photo in the Discord. I'd love to see it. I would love to see that. Right, back to Emily's birthday. Love you, Steve. Love you too, Dolly. Yeah, you go and enjoy, mate, and say happy birthday for me. So many hats to vote. It was insane how many hats there are. Yes, there's loads of stuff to get involved in. The big thing is not to put too much pressure on you to get one of these things, because they can make a game and they can ruin the game as well. Speaking of someone who played a general, it's a tough old game because so much is required of you. So basically, it's just a case of trying to, like Dawn has said, focus on the smaller chunks. So for me, I got there, and the first thing I had to do, well, we got the pub set up. Good to see Alex enjoyed working in the pub as well. So the first thing I had to do, I was go and collect my pack, which of course is on the other side of the field. I hadn't set up someone to go and collect my pack for me because I'm an idiot. My pack was chunky, nice and big. So this is like an A5 envelope. So you get this nice little chunky pack. And it was full. Then I had to come back the next day with a carrier bag so that they could fill it up with in-character drugs for me. And there was loads. I had a carrier bag full. of all these lammies. It was wonderful. Really, really nice to see. But I'll lead on to that a bit later. Thank you, Pete. Yes. Yes, I have had the surgery. And it's still a chunky pack. Always was. Humble brag. So things like that. So when we had everything set up, and there were the normal disasters that happen in the field. So the funniest one being the Ferrari that was in Navarre that got beached a lot and has pouring white smoke out of the back of it. That did make me chuckle. Oh, social. you have no idea, mate. You have no idea. That is a whole other story. That's a whole other story. So, the basis of that is first surgery to get rid of a cancerous testicle. That went really wrong. Gave me all the infections known to man. So I had to have a second surgery. Kept me in hospital for 4 days. Had so many infections. I nearly died. And then I'm where I am now with... I had a 9 centimetre deep drain in my scrotum. I've still got a hole down there. It's just a mess. Everything has been a mess. And it's been going on for like 6 weeks now. It's been horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I'm now through the other side of it. So... but yeah, that's the cliff notes. Let's put it right down to the basics. I bitch about mine, but that's got nothing on yours. Yeah, everyone's surgery is different, and as long as you're recovering, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm now recovering, so I'm in a good place. And everyone supports everybody, and it's wonderful. Really, I mean, the community here is phenomenal. They're amazing. If you're going to get a luxury car for the field, get an ex-military Jeep or a tank. Yeah, tank. Yeah, I've got really lovely painkillers. So that'll be a hell of an evening. So, but yeah, so there was all that. So we sat down, watched cars destroy themselves and everything, which was hilarious. And then we had the bar set up, and then I went off to do my silly little thing as a content creator. And I did my makeover stuff for people. So we had 5 people. We had 5 others who were coming in to spend 200 squids on each of these people, and get them sorted for their first ever empire. It was wonderful to see what they looked like. They were so good. Hope you can continue to well dressed up. Don't overdo it and take it steady, little and often. Yeah, I wish I was sensible. That's all I can say. Your community is great, Steve, apart from that Biscuit tin guy. Everyone else is great. Agreed. Biscuit can be a bell end. I hope he's in chat. So everybody went off to do that, but it's like herding cats. Absolutely, it's ridiculous. Trying to get so many people to do it, it's just a horrible situation, because I need the people who are spending the money, the people who are getting the money spent on them, and the camera people as well, to then go off and do all the shopping. And it went phenomenally well, I have to say. I was knackered by the end. I had a walking stick, and it was great. Everybody spent a fortune. I think out of £1,000 spent, in total, we spent £988 on 5 new players, which was incredible, which was so good. It was an amazing thing to see, and everybody looked so good in their kit. Really, really did. It was fantastic. Yeah, I've got all of the, obviously I saw them after it happened. I haven't edited it yet. So I've done the first one. The second one, the audio was shit, so I couldn't use it. But I might be able to just show this is the big before and after shots with it, which will be good. And then this one, everyone looks amazing. Everyone looks so good. My kit is wank compared to theirs. We had the winner, so Smith came over to do the winner as well, and it was really nice because we got to stand behind the bar. We had a proper area, and it was really, really cool. It was an amazing experience. Everyone looked so good, massively. I hated it. I hated it, and I hated it. I looked so bad compared to all of these people, and their kit looked phenomenal. I mean, the good things that have come from it are things like Darren from Irregular Props gave me a bit of a discount so I could buy a couple of weapons for casual, and that was awesome. Hey Reese, how you doing? Such a lovely thing to be able to do for people. I'm inspired by this community. I really am. I know it's a cliche thing to say, but I really am, because everybody here helps everybody, and everybody does some really nice things for people to help out. So like Jazz with all the jewellery and stuff she donates so much, and it's incredible. So you've got to feel confident in your kit. Yeah, very important. It really is important. Really, really is important. Community, hey Steph, how you doing? You've not travelled home yet. You're still over here, aren't you? Pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, it was really, really nice just to get the support and the backing, because this is the first time I've asked for £1,000, and we did the raffle, and everybody did everything, and it was so cool to see. Everybody just like really pushed, and we made it. And yeah, I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Such a great word. Absolutely flabbergasted by it all. So doing all of those things. Ooh, let's have a look at this. I want to see the cool tent. So, I have mine coming soon. Hoping that you can help me to get some stuff on Thursday. Wow, yeah, clothing might be a bit of an issue for you, because rumor has it you're like 9 foot tall. I believe you are 6'8". Oh yeah, then obviously with socials help Digby, Dolly, everybody involved in it. In general on Discord. Was it in the Hefty fam, Rampant Wolf, in the Hefty Yeti Discord, or was it? Because I can't see it. Can't see it. Wait, what? Social assault. Social, I believe, is 6'8". So 6'7". He's the same height as Justin in Navarre. So that's going to be that's an interesting one. So I've turned off all the links. Bollocks. We have no links. Never mind. I'll sort them out for next time. I forgot about that. So the only one we got is for the Make-A-Wish one. So I think it's just that. Yeah, there you go. Make-A-Wish. I think that's still running as well. So if you still want to donate, you feel free. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm happy to help in any way I can. Massive antlers. No, we don't need to make tall people taller. So, more friendly giants. Justin is uber friendly. But yeah, so we did the makeover, we went round, and it was great to see everybody going off. The banter and the humour between everybody was absolutely fantastic. But we got to do the special thing as well. Crop top and 3/4 length trousers are very in for Suak. That's awesome. Yeah, that'd be hilarious to see. We got to do the wonderful sort of like a fresh challenge mixed in with it. So the Hefty fam, a member of the Hefty fam, Pete, so GM Nightbear, Pete sorted out the Empire LARP Discord, not in Hefty. Let's see if I'll do this. Yeah, I'm not in the other one. Yeah, don't do the other one. There you go. There you go. So that's the link to my Discord with the other like 700 LARPers and stuff. Can't see the links. If you chuck it to a mod. But yeah, so Pete, who's there, did an absolutely phenomenal job. I would show you a photo of what Ruby looked like, but spoilers and all. But I'm aiming to get the trailer out. I'm back in hospital tomorrow for hopefully will be my last checkup. If it's a really bad visit, I'll be back in for surgery. If it's a really good visit, I'll just be coming home. But it'll be really nice to see what everyone's opinion is of how all 5 looked. Yeah, I don't think I've got that. The sheath turned up, was brought back on, I think it was like Saturday evening. It came down and it only got put into the tent. And then, and that was it. So I'll have to ask for another one. So, hey Mike, how you doing? But doesn't matter. We will get it all sorted because I want to put the individual pics in. So yeah, so everyone in the Hefty fam sort of like got approached to do different things. So sheaths, trousers, tunics, jewelry, pouches, weapons, belts, you name it. It was incredible to see. Absolutely incredible to see. When I saw it, oh, speak of the devil, there she is. So Mrs. Reeby was the Navarre victim. We're just saying that I need to get a picture of the sheath that was made for you by Aaron. Holy crap. Is that your is that your mum? Is that your mum, Social, or was it someone else? Because she's like tiny. It's like hot. Ah, the wife's grandma. Ah, I see. She's tiny. That's all. That's a great photo. She is tiny. But yeah, so all the Hefty fam came together who all got asked, and everyone did all these bits. They spent 200 quid flat, and they had everything. Oh, I'll see if I can find the photo of my mate Justin with Josh, because that is also it's a similar sort of photo, to be honest. I can't remember where I put it though half the time, but it is oh, there it is. So I know it won't come up that well, but Josh is like 5 foot something or other. But yeah, you go, Justin, who was stood in a little just next to him. So here's a good one. But yeah, we'll introduce you to Justin. He's a good lad, half Dutch, half Jamaican, and voice as sweet as a nut. I haven't muted the thing. But yeah, so a Hefty fam all came together, and it was fantastic to see. And when I saw everybody in their kit, I was absolutely blown away, because you see everybody coming back after spending the 200 quid and just giving me their little bits of change, the few quid here and there, and then they're all stood there with these little carrier bags, and you can see like a dagger normally poking out, or a tiny little throwing dagger poking out, and I don't know what to expect. It gives you like false like anticipation, essentially. You don't know how to think about it. You don't know what to think about it. So when I saw everybody the following day in all their kit, so I can actually get the after shots done, absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away. I'm so grateful. The kit is amazing. It really helped. I'm so glad, really. I am so glad. So, but it was very. I think it was very clear. I mean, some of the stuff that was bought. I know that one of the people actually bought a full dress in that as well, and that was incredible. Hey Beth, how you doing? And it was. I know I keep on saying incredible and amazing. Thanks for subbing. It's another one. Oh, we're close to a hype train. Um, yeah, it was just amazing to see, and it fills me with so much hope because there's so much shit in this world right now that when you get to see how much everybody wants to help each other out and be positive and pick people up, that the other stuff everything's just great, and I love seeing how much joy these sorts of things bring when you can help each other out, down to like the raffle and people winning a bell tent or weapons or free tickets and all of that sort of stuff. It's just amazing to see. It really, really is. So yeah, the makeover really perked me up. I mean, unfortunately, I did too much walking with that. And Casual was lovely to chat to while walking around. Biscuit was a fantastic cameraman as well. So there was a lot of really good stuff going on. The following morning, I was feeling it. I was really feeling it. I did too much walking. I had like 3 beers that night. And then it was freezing. I don't know if everyone else had the same issue, but it was bastard cold. It was absolutely bastard cold. And I was my own worst enemy in that one because Helen was in bed. She couldn't sleep because she was too cold. Normally I'm the radiator for her, but I was freezing myself. And it turns out I'd left my socks on and they were wet. So I was a bit dumb. So Thursday night was bitter, absolutely bitter. But when I took my socks off, I was fine. I then warmed straight up and I was all right. But we got a couple of wool blankets from Hayden and we had it laid down, and we had one on over the top of us as well. And I slept absolutely slept like a log. So it was really, really nice. So after that, I wasn't cold at all, ever. Forgot my cloaks. I forgot my cloaks, and that meant I had to borrow. Well, we went and bought a couple from Romany Roads, and they're brilliant, but they became our blankets in the end. And so I nicked Kit's, and because he wore something else, and that kept my core warm, which was good. But it was great to see how sensible everyone else had been, because I had been dumb. So Friday we timed in, and I ignored the moot like I normally do because I got other stuff going on. And a lot of things are happening. I remember chatting to my traders, and they ran off to try to sell the drugs. So I don't know if anyone else had any issues with trading, because there was very, very little cash in that field. Very little cash in that field. So there were no real massive deals being done. Any of the big deals being done were buying ball seats. Little other bits, no. There was just no cash. Mission 3 wants to get smashed, and I got smashed. Excellent. Well, as long as you had fun. I got away with Thursday on account of being too drunk. There we go. Yeah, so all the money groups really are holding all the cash at the moment. I'm waiting for them to be dealt with, because that's going to be hilarious to watch. So that was an interesting Friday, because it meant that not much was really going on. A lot less. Yeah, there was definitely less cat. Not much. I mean, I'm currently sitting pretty on. I think I've probably got about 100 thrones. But I'm saving. I want to get my own ball seat. So, downtime options for fleets and military units don't get. No, there's a lot of resources again, isn't it? So, I mean, I'm okay. I've got the Chaos Fruit Forest. coming my way. So I'll be very interested to see what that looks like next season. 100 Thrones, Jesus. Oh, it's not, compare it to what I want to do. It's not much. But yeah, so went off and got a load of resources lined up. We had the bar set up, so we had our 3 wonderful volunteers. So Alex came over and did the Friday night, and he was awesome, chatting away to everybody and just wanted to chill, and he fit in with the aesthetic perfectly. So chill. It was lovely. It was really, really nice. And then we had Mia and the wonderful Orc as well, who I forget the name of. But they came over to get involved on the Saturday, and they worked together, and it was brilliant. I like the reading material. Yes, so I was going to get to that, but yeah, I'll bring that up. So there was a new newspaper in town called The Grapevine, which is essentially just a trash rag of a newspaper, and it was all very, it's just lies. It's all slander, basically. But it was so funny. It was so funny to read. So it was great. Got to get the Orc's name. If you want some IC correspondence, really enjoyed Jetta. He was a really nice guy. He did so well. And we had a few Orcs coming over to have a few drinks as well. And it was fantastic. It was really, really good. The bar was great. No bars made money that event. I think our profit turned out to be like 8 thrones or something like that. So basically didn't pay me back for all the alcohol I bought IC. So that'll be interesting. But it was really good. It was really good. So a lot of people came over and just chats, and that was fantastic, and I loved every second of it. Then on the Friday, I look forward to Hell About the Bar. The bar was really good. The bar is coming back. The bar is definitely coming back. We've spent a fucking fortune on getting everything set up for it. So if it stops now, then I don't think we'll be happy. But it's definitely coming back. We've got so many people who came to the bar and they just had a drink and stuff like that. It's too damn cold to go bar hopping, unfortunately. It was, but I say what, it was wonderful to actually meet you in person as well, especially after our chats about how shit AIR is. And all of that. It was lovely to meet you. It really, really was. Yes, definitely come and say hi. I'll be more mobile. I'll have energy next event. So it was really, really good to meet you. It was fantastic. So we did. So we had the bar going and all that was going on, and then at 9:30, Digby, good to see you, my friend. So at 9:30 on the Friday, I had to go over. Well, yeah, definitely come and hit me up for the drugs. I'm good to go for that. You did so well, Matt. You were the bar, really. I mean, everybody came over and you were dealing with it all. So I was worried that I'd be doing it, but I was so glad that I didn't. So sad I didn't catch sight of the mace. I see. Yeah. I know Digby did well with it. So I'm glad it's gone to someone who put it to use. And I did say to Matt, please don't sell it. So that was really nice. We managed to do a nation bar excluding the Brass Coast and League. I'm not made of money. Yeah, it was good to see everybody just using it. You beat an orc. That's good. I'm looking forward to fighting at E2. I really can't wait to get back into having a scrap again. But yeah, it was... the bar did so well. And it was really nice to see. Hey Hayden, how you doing? So that was wonderful to be involved with and to see everybody coming along and just getting involved and stuff. Then at 9:30 I wandered off to the league. So where I should have been sat down, I was off on the other side of the field because the League Theatre, who are very close to my old character, Mac, they wrote a ballad. Well, it was a poem. So the poem of Mac 2 Feet. And it was so nice to see and to hear. And it was written really well. And I love the fact that even though it didn't win the competition like it should have done, everybody there who knew Mac, Mac would have been so proud of them because everybody threatened to riot. I was so proud. I was a very proud dad. Just sat there. It was awesome. It was phenomenal. So I've got it all written down. I was given a copy of it, so I'm going to see about getting it put onto some fabric so that it can be hung up somewhere. Because I think they did such a good job. Oh, thank you for the bits, Freaky Friday. That's awesome. Thank you so much. They did such a good. Blue did such a good job writing it, and yeah, it was very emotional, very very emotional to see that. So I want to have a copy, and I'm going to get a copy for the bar as well, so that they can hang one up, because I think it'll be really. It's just a nice thing to have. So yeah, did that. Had the drink that they named after Mac as well, and then came back, sat down, and had a few more beers. So, and it wasn't a late one, the Friday. So, because that was fine. It was good. It was great fun, and it was nice to have everybody sat around the fires, the bar going, hear everybody talking, and then seeing what was what. Saturday happened. Like, people went off to Monster and go off and fight in the battles. That is where we started to get rumblings. Well, that afternoon I went off to buy more drugs from Feroz. So, and that was when we started to get rumblings that the drug that had come in and that I had bought all of was about to be made illegal. Things. Find out in the field. Other stuff. Find out in the field. But yeah, it led to some very interesting roleplay. Then, thanks a lot for the grapevine. Loved the moment when I was standing in a league group and they were asking how my date went. Part of the group was the Harlequin egregore looking at from his new pair, asking, "Oh, whom did you go on a date with?" And I could point to the cover, tell him actually it was this person, and the eyebrows being raised. Yes. So there's there's story going on with this that I'm involved in, so I can't talk about it. So that's a find out in play as well from people. But there's a lot of stuff happening, and I'm looking forward to it. I actually need to write Steph a letter, I see. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Then you get so all the drug stuff happened, and that was really nice. Then all the stuff going on around the chaos fruit was going on. How many people? I'm curious to see how many people had any interaction with someone who had any of the chaos fruit, like who took some. Who had 5 different ones to grow themselves. I'm quite curious. You did. I've started growing it now. Antsness trading comments at E2. Yeah. So are you growing it, Beth, or did you just have some? So Gibby's, you're growing it. I'm growing it. I did in the Winter Mike Bar, Artisan's Arms. Yeah. Yeah, Artisan's Arms are good. I know someone who's growing it. Well, I interacted with you. Does that... Yes, yeah, that definitely counts. I bought my friend Spring Mage a foam dragon fruit for a fizz rep, and they had a blast horrifying people with it. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. See, I love the fact that... I need to get Trot back. See if I can talk to him, get him back, because he had the fizz rep of the potato. Of the potato. Someone in my group got the 5 and the ritual to add them to their forest. Yep, I did the same. It seems like the majority of people who have got the chaos fruit forests being grown are in Wintermark, which I think is awesome. Cool. I'm just having a quick look now. What channel did you chuck it into? Is it in that one? You. Holy crap. That is phenomenal. They are absolutely insane. Look at that. I mean, that's just mental. Is that the scabbard that Max made? That's so cool. That is, yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, you've done an amazing job there. But yeah, so I did all the trading bits with the drugs and stuff like that. I was going back. I made the scabbard shit. You've done an amazing job. That's insane. Absolutely insane. That's so good. So yeah, there was a lot of back and forth between everybody who was buying the drugs and then the chaos fruit, and everything was all over the shop, and it was fantastic to be involved with. So I know some of the chaos fruit killed people, killed their characters quite quickly, and some of the positives were absolutely amazing as well. It was really nice to hear about all the different roleplay effects and how everybody was reacting to it. So, because I know some of them, a lot of people went running to the hospital, for example, to take it. Other people had little chaos fruit taking parties and locked themselves in their tents, and I know some of them died. So that's a laugh too. So that was great fun to be aware of. Then, because I didn't take any, I was involved in my own little rituals for things. So I've got the chaos fruit forest coming, and I've also got potential dealings with a deal with the militia, magistrates, and other Eternals now, which is hilarious. But I'm looking forward to it. I had to step back from so much stuff, and it was tough, really, really tough for me because you hotbox Goose. Yeah, Goose Whisperer is so much fun. It is so much fun. Did you enjoy it? I know you. I know you did. I know you did. That was great. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. It was really tough for me to try to sit back and watch a lot of stuff. I was getting told off by so many people because they couldn't because they couldn't stop me from sitting down, and I was moving around way too much, and I was really, really feeling it, to the point of where I actually made myself bleed, and it wasn't a good one at all. So I am my own worst enemy in this instance, unfortunately. But we got through, and I think it was by 6 o'clock on Saturday, I was done. My game had finished for me. So at 6 o'clock, I was sat by the fire and I didn't move. I just didn't move, and it was great, and it was needed, and it was fantastic to have people coming over and just chat and chill. It was great. I keep saying it's great. I mean, as events go, it's definitely, it wasn't the best event I've ever had. That was obviously going to be the case because I've done 90% of the events since the very, very beginning, and I've had some phenomenal events, absolutely phenomenal events. Even when the 4-day ones are going off, or if I'm done 17 skirmishes in a day and things like that. It's good for an event with cold nights and mixture. Yeah, definitely. That's the nail on the head. So it was really good for that. But I struggled for not being able to go wherever I wanted and just walk around, like I love to do. I am a social creature, obviously. So not being able to do any of that, it kind of did me in a bit. But now being able to do that again, I think my events will get a lot better, and I'll be able to go and see a lot more people. I'll be able to get involved in a lot more. I was running on empty during the event, burnt the count at both ends, running up to the Thursday, so game remained in the 10. It really happens. It really happens. The crash for me normally happens on a Saturday evening, and I used to just have to take myself off for a walk, and I'd leave the field, and I'd go and stand somewhere and just look at everything, and I'd take it easy for 20 minutes. But this time it was easier to do. We had Ben come and sit with us for an hour on the Saturday. So Agent B Smith. So I've used his photo, so you can see his advert, his handle, on the front page of the screen, of the stream rather. Fuck's sake, still can't talk. And he came, just chilled, and we were very time-ish, and we sat there, and it was really nice just to, because I've been aware of Ben, and we sort of know each other. We say hi, have a little chat, but it was the first time we'd ever really sat down and just chilled and chatted properly, and it was really nice. And we had the hall there, and it was really good to just chat to people. So we had Scott come over as well, who I sort of spoken to a little bit on Twitter. So you might know a guy. He goes by the handle of Arsqueef on Twitter. I think he does a lot of D&D and Critical Role stuff. He came over, and we had a long chat, and he chilled. He gambled a bit, played some games, and it was really nice. It was really nice not to have proper people running after plot game going on, if that makes sense. So it was nice not to have people who were desperate to be involved in all the plot going on in the field, and this was just people who were coming over just to chill and to chat and just to enjoy a bit of company. And it was needed. It was really needed, and it did make my game a lot better. Sitting down with everybody in the hall and just relaxing with them and watching them do things. So having Ryan, who thinks he's in trouble, and having just none of the plot going on around us, but everybody just chatting, so we were just our characters, and it was really nice to see. I need to give a massive shout out to New Osland as well. We had our own little bit of drama plot going on between a few halls, and they did so well with it, and Liam was brilliant. I wouldn't say they're the best, obviously, because we are, but I'd say that there's things like, I've said this before, when you're dealing with some personal stuff, personal plot with people, and you want to go like be quite angry with them or aggressive with them, it's always worth checking in just before you do anything. Just say, this is what's happened, this is what I'm going to do. And if they turn around and go, I'd rather you didn't, then you come up with another way of doing it. And so I had a lovely chat with Liam, and he was very unaware that he had done anything wrong. And we had the conversation and explained why and blah, blah, blah. And he just like, oh, sorry. And we just said, this is what's going to happen. It's all in character, mate. There's no issues, OC. This is what we're going to do with it, how we deal with it, IC. It's like, right. And we just left him with the caveat of, if there's any issue, you get really down about yourselves, then just come find me and we'll go off and have a chat. And I'll reassure you that there are no OC issues here. And it was so lovely to be able to have those conversations with people, and then get the Thane involved and get their Stormcrow involved, who threatened to bite me. I mean, who can blame them? I mean, look at me. I'm fucking delicious. It's a shame Ryan's not in chat anymore, because he would agree. So that was it was just so nice. She fucking will bite you. If it happened next season, it would have been encouraged. But chances are she won't survive it. Not next season. This season she would have survived because I can't do much. Next season, she probably won't survive it. But yeah, she was awesome. Absolutely awesome. The role play between the halls was fantastic, and I loved every second of it. And that all got sorted. Finger licking good. Thank you very much, Ryan. Appreciate it, honey. So it was really, really nice just to have these interactions going on and it not be shit for people involved, you know? But then we had like all the stuff within our hall going on, so Digby's union, all my drug stuff, and it was great. I've got to stop saying great, for fuck's sake, Steve. But it was so nice. It was so nice just to hear all of this positive stuff going on in the field. I mean, there is negative stuff. There's always negative stuff because you can't make everybody happy at the end of the day. And this one was no different. So that was all of that. And then on the event was all right apart from so many OC injuries to myself that I just couldn't control. By the time out Sunday, I was so mentally checked out. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Well, Fox, I'm so sorry to hear that. There are a lot. Yeah, I was made aware of quite a lot of people who were getting hurt. I know that some people... I think it wasn't anybody I knew, not directly anyway. I was made aware of... I believe they're emailing PD. So I think there may have been a little bit of an issue within one of the nations where they were pushing too hard for their for their knowledge of the game. And when they couldn't say, I know all of this stuff, people were putting even more pressure on them. And it made that player miserable. So miserable, they left. They went to bed early and then left the following morning before anyone else woke up. So you hear about stuff like that and it's absolutely heartbreaking. It really is so sad to hear because you want everyone to have fun. But it is something that happens. I'm going to reach out to the person who told me and I'm going to see if I can get in touch with them and see if we can do something with PD to try to help them for their next event if they want to. It could be a simple... They might not want to come back now. We don't know. So I'm going to see if I can do something to help. Because of course I do. So yeah, that wasn't great to hear at all. I felt really bad for them. Because everything I keep talking about is building this up and saying to everybody that this game is amazing. Everybody needs to LARP. Everyone needs to enjoy it because it is fucking phenomenal. And then you get shit like that going on. We're doing it since E4 2018. Knowing there are good people still makes it worth coming. Definitely. I think I have had events where they've been so bad. Well, I'd say I've had 2 events where they've been so bad I've left. That I just left and I came home. Both times though, everyone around me, everyone in the game who knew of me or the situation, reached out, and it made everything much better, and it's great. So there is that, but I think if you're brand new and you get that much pressure put on you, you struggle. You're gonna struggle. So you turning around and just saying, I'm not coming back, is the easiest way to deal with it. So I would hope that this person would reach out to PD, just to let them know what happened. Because PD are fantastic at sorting these things. I had a bad encounter on my first event, but I persevered and now I love Empire. Jazz's kit is getting the bin good. So for those who know, this channel, the highest praise you can ever receive is being told that something you do is getting the bin good, or you are getting the bin talented. Jazz is getting the bin talented, and her kit is getting the bin good. It's disgusting. She's amazing. So good. Asking as a non-Empire player, had to become a fortune card 10 years ago. Sorry, chat keeps on jumping all over the place. Considering the amount of faction PDFs that give details on nation, dress and appearance, how many would you say still dress according to them nowadays compared to the start of Empire? All of them. I think the brief is always there, but all the briefs have changed since when we started, and they've gone from being, so you pick a nation, so you've got Navarre, and you go, this is for Navarre. It's now gone, so this is Navarre, but this is now Navarre. And this is now other nations. So the briefs have become a bit broader to try to encourage more like diversity of colours and styles and things like that. But the briefs are still the same, and they are still on point. So I'm going to scroll back up to that question. The faction PDS that give details of nation dress and appearance. How would you say still dress according to that? Yeah, so I would say that full-time carer. Apologies, 10 years ago. So I would say that they all still really look on brief. They still look really, really good. The briefs change because they grow. Is it easy to tell one nation from another at a glance? Oh, definitely, I'd say. That's an interesting thing though, because with some of the nations, there are parts where they do like certain areas. So Wintermark and the Calavesi within Wintermark and the Navarre, they can look very similar in what they wear. But if you look at the League and Navarre, or the Orcs, or the Marches, they don't, and it's completely different. Urizen as well. I mean, all of the nations are adhering to their brief, and they do look good. It's definitely it's very easy to tell them all apart. At the very, very beginning, I think it was fairly difficult because nobody really knew how to play the game because it was all brand new. So, but yeah, there are a bit of blurs, a little bit of crossover between nations. So like the Calavesi and the Navarre and that. So some of the League and Dawn, the Marchers can as well. So like a little bit of High Guard and Dawn. There are a little bit there. It's bittersweet when someone puts in a lot of effort into a piece of kit that's very much off brief. Definitely. I think it's why whenever I do like new player videos and I need to do more reverse Q&As. I love doing those. So people who don't know anything at all and they come on and they just ask all the questions and chat give them the answers. I love doing those because you will always find that they will have, for the record, used to be a gathering player since the second went back at 93. At Drum Hill. Wow. That is quite a while ago. That one. But yeah, so you look at the kit. I will always say to people, right, look at the kit first. Find the aesthetic that you love. It was good to see you. I hope, if only briefly, hope everyone enjoyed E1. Yeah. You'll have to remind me what you look like when you came and said, like, because a lot of people come by and say hi, and I have to ask them their Discord names as well when they say hi, because oh, Headband, yeah, no. So you need to change your name on this to Headband. That's much easier. God. Have you considered changing your name via deed poll to Headband? Just make it easier for me on all fronts. Just makes sense. but yes, I will always say to people, pick the aesthetic that you want to look like. So a lot of people go, oh, I want to look like an Arthurian knight or something like that. Oh, I want to look like a ranger or something like that. Someone will, I want to look like a potato farmer, and then they'll go off and join the marches. So there's loads of things like that, and it just makes it easier then. But yeah, I don't have enough fingers or toes to say, for the amount of people I know who have spent a fortune or spent so long working on their kit, and then they put it out only to be told by, it's not on brief for that nation. So they'll say, I really want to play in Dawn. That was probably the most common. So I really want to play in Dawn, and they'll put all their kit up and go, and everybody will think, and they'll just say, well, yeah, it looks great, but it's not Dawnish. It's very League. So, and then it's just trying to say, look, you'll be easier off going into the League and something like that. So, that's it exactly, Jazz. As long as you follow the wiki, you can't go wrong. But I know that people do take a little bit of creative liberties with it. Some people have an idea for kit they want to do and try to fit it in afterwards. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I have been that player. So like for Mac, for example, I used a kilt as an underlayer, and then I had a war skirt over the top of it. Kilts are off brief massively, and completely and utterly off brief. It's just literally a don't wear a kilt, because you just don't wear a kilt. And there was me wearing a kilt, but I had all these other layers, so it was just a base layer, so you couldn't see it. Then it turns out I was ripping my war skirt for a couple of events, and I didn't notice, so you could see it if you were looking at my bum. Which, let's face it, as I'm walking around, everybody was looking at my bum. So, but yeah, you do get stuff like that. The more often what I see is archetype weirdness. Like, I want to be a brooding rogue assassin, and I want to be in Dawn. Yeah, assassin is an archetype that everybody looks at and goes, I want to be an assassin. I always love to see you walk away, Steve. I know, Jay. I know. I have to send you a photo. Local theme I say, you're at a medieval, like a Ren Fair thing. That's awesome. I love that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you get a lot of stuff like that. So people, I want to be an assassin, I want to do potions. And then you can do it. It's difficult, really difficult to do. Yeah, like Ben says, some folk want to apply D&D logic to Empire. It's a fantasy game, but it isn't D&D. Yeah, very much so. I realised I've completely gone off of talking about my event, but I don't really care. I love this. I don't know when chat shit. Remember the hordes of ninja outfits wearing PCs wanting around? Yeah. A mushroom magician. Oh, that's amazing. That's yeah. I remember hearing stories about the ninja outfits and things like that, and it just everybody wants to wear those sorts of things. It's like after the first season of The Witcher came out, and you had everybody. Well, I say everybody. You had loads of people. There was a mushroom person at E1. Yeah. I don't know what did they end up in Urizen? I'm not sure. Or did they go into the marches? I can't remember. But you had so many people dressed like Gerald of the Riviera at Empire. Was it Varushka? That was it. So yeah, they all looked like Gerald of the Riviera, and they were going around doing their own thing, and it's just like The Witcher it's not really on brief, but so many people with like the two swords in their back, and it's just like, wonderful. Hi Neb. Oh Ben, you've got competition. Another Neb. But yeah, it's been. I think the thing that I love the most. I mean, now I've been playing Empire for so long that it's not so much about stuff that I get up to. I love to hear about what everyone else does. And I love to hear their stories, and I have to do this sort of thing. And I need to get more of the reverse Q&As done. Are you doing a kit test? That's awesome. After 300k, we waited with dread for players in Spartan outfits to come on the field and then get taken off again due to heat stroke hypothermia. Yeah. It's so weird, isn't it, that all of these things happen and then you get everybody wanting to play like those sorts of specific things. I never saw the Spartan stuff. The Witcher I've seen a fair bit of. And that Knight Templars, there's, wow, a fair few in the field. Not as many as there used to be. But I love to hear what all of these people get up to. First time being there. First Empire will be E2. Only been planning it. Yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club on that front. When I started doing this was just before... Well, COVID had just started, and then I started to do this to help people out, keep the keen going. And then all of a sudden, yeah, we're in lockdown for 2.5 years, the longest of long darks. And then it's like people have been subbed to me for 2 years, and it's like finally we get to go to Empire now. It's crazy. Wonder if we'll see anything from the D&D film. I've still not seen the D&D film. Still not seen it. I have to go and see it. But yeah, I'll have to put a call out for new players who've only been to one event, or who are coming to their first event, so we can do some reverse Q&As. I know I should. Everyone tells me it's great, and I really do want to see it, but I just haven't had the chance to yet. I mean, it hasn't helped with the fact that I could barely move when it came out, so I couldn't get to the cinema. I couldn't really do anything. But if it's any consolation, I have watched the latest Shazam film, and it's awful, and I have watched the latest Ant-Man film, and it's awful. So, that's consolation right there. But yeah, I need to get more reverse Q&As done, I think. I made very bad choices, I really did. The costumes of the D&D film were really looking good. Yeah. Oh, I chose to miss E4 2019 as had a friend who said they might come. Worst decision I ever made, seeing as they have decided they're not interested. That sucks. We had so many people who went on their own. I mean, you would have been adopted by everybody in whatever nation you went into. Everybody just helps everybody. And I'm not just saying that either. It's really nice to see. Yeah, I'll have to do some other things. So because I'm in hospital tomorrow, so I'm not going to stream for much longer. So I want to make sure I've got a proper night's kit. But I'm going to do my hots and knots aren't really hots and knots. It's more of I ruined myself. That's been pretty much it. And I think looking forward, I said after this event, I'm not doing any more makeovers. So for E3, I'm doing 2. I ended up going by myself. Everyone I spoke to made me feel welcome. You're awesome. You're absolutely awesome. And it was nice to hear everybody adopted you. And you did so well. It was great. So I've been talking to a few people, and I've decided to do something special for E3. Not in I'm doing 20 people. And we're gonna do spend 20 grand on getting all this kit sorted. The last event was my 1 year anniversary. Really glad I got into LARP, and so many cool people, all by asking to chill by a fire when it was cold. Gibby is a legend. So when all of this started, we had a wonderful guy in the community called George, who unfortunately passed away. to cancer. Not last year, but the year before. And it was absolutely heartbreaking. So I put a thing out saying that I'm going to climb Snowdon and raise some money for the Teenage Cancer Trust. And we had a load of people come and join us. And Gibby didn't know anyone. Came and joined us. And he's brilliant. And I mean, who else would you do stuff like that? So a real absolute credit. He is one of the nicest guys in the world. I'm always too scared of talking to people. That's a real thing. That is a big, big thing. I'm going to say don't be, but I am a massive extrovert. I can go and talk to anybody. I'll walk into a room with people I don't know and I'll be fine. And I'll just go and talk to them. I'm able to just do it. If you are going to join the Hefty Fam, I say join the Hefty Fam, just join the Discord, chat to people, and I guarantee you, when you start asking questions and start chatting away, and people say, oh yeah, when you turn up, just come and sit with us. I say, don't have to join our group, but just come and sit with us, and then you go off and do bits and bobs. You feel so much more welcome, especially when these people start to help you set up tents. You go and have a drink with them, you have something to eat with them. It's amazing. One thing with LARPers is you don't have to talk to them. They will talk at you about all the crazy stuff they're trying to do. Yeah, I mean, look at what I'm doing now. It's like I'm technically not talking to anybody, and I've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, yeah, so for E3, I've got something a bit special in mind, and I'm hoping it's going to be a really positive makeover, because there's so much hate in the world right now, and it does my nut. It really does my head in. I can't stand it. So I want to get 2 people together. I've got a call set up already, and we're going to see about getting these 2 people involved, and then do a big thing, because I think this is going to be more about awareness of and things like that, which is going to be a lovely thing to do. I've always found that the best ideas for things to help with LARP aren't planned. They come to you at a random moment, and you're like, oh, that'll be good to do, and they are more often than not the best things to do. So I'm not going to announce it until after E2, because, well, no, I probably will, because let's face it, it's me. But it'll be nice just to have that sort of stuff set up, and then everybody can help, and we can get some stuff done. Might do it in the field, I might do it through the Hefty Fam. We'll just have to wait and see. So, oh yeah, and also 2 a.m. drunken ramblings provide some good ideas. Yeah, very much so. Remember the I'm new to Anvil code as well. Yeah, so all new players, if someone's questioning you, I'm new to Anvil, they should back off. And they should stop asking all the questions, or they should start helping you, ideally. Unfortunately, there are arseholes out there in everything we do. So yeah, my hots and nots, don't really have any. The League were phenomenal. Always are. The League Theatre and Blue, they're absolutely amazing. Then you get, the nots, the weather. Can I use the weather? I can't really. It was, I think, the best that I could have hoped for, considering everything I'd been through. So that's where I was with it. There's loads of stuff I've probably missed out, but I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm here, I'm chatting, and I'm looking forward to E2 and doing a lot of build-up for that. I've got Casual coming on to chat about his first event. I've chatted to a new player. I'm going to do I know of one reverse Q&A that I'm going to do. How social, if you fancy coming on and asking questions about it all, we'll do it. We can do that as well. So there's loads of stuff. there's a lot of stuff that we can do. The weather was a mess, soaked then sunburnt, freezing then boiling. Yeah, it really did have it all. So, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can do, and yeah, mine's gone blank unfortunately now. So yeah, I mean, thanks everyone for coming to watch this. It's I predict twin cuddles being on your E2 Hots. Yeah, so Ned Pegasus, Ben and Emily, they had twins, and they'll be bringing them both to E2. So there will be times where you are seeing me walking around with a child strapped to me, because this is my choice, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, we'll get loads of stuff done, and yeah, we'll just do what we can to help people again. So yeah, apologies this has been all over the shop, but get used to it. Basically. Let's have a look. Who's Mini Arcana. I went to the Sunday battle wearing thermals, retreated it halfway through. Wow. Right, so who are we gonna... Someone had spent their points on raiding, on directing a raid. Or do we do the thing of let's find someone who's doing like tabletop games or something, who is streaming to no one, and then see if we can help them out a bit. I think that would be quite nice. Digby's just started streaming. Bastard. Absolute bastard. How dare he? Let's go raid Digby, and we'll sort it out next one. Remember to follow and sub here and on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, 968 followers. I'm 32 followers away from 1,000, and I never would have expected it at all. That I would have got like this. I was expected to hover around the 100 people, have 10 people watch me, and that'll be it. And then after we get back to Empire, this would all stop. But instead, it's just growing, and it's getting, and we're doing phenomenally well. So, right. So go say hi to Mr. Dingleberry. Go and show him some love. 22. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, I'm doing something. I'm doing do something on Friday, but I've forgotten. I've completely forgotten. My brain is fried. I might actually work on getting a little thing sorted out for it all. But anyway, you will look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye.